Hello, we're here at Shoe Healer in Doncaster. Beautiful pair of Belstaff boots, and these boots have come in for a Commando unit, so they're going to be stripped down and have the full Commando unit stitched on. This is the Crepe, the original Crepe sole that was on this Belstaff boot, and the construction of the boot, if you can see this, it's a stitch down construction, so the upper comes down, comes across, and is stitched down here, and it's stitched to the midsole, and then the crepe is bonded on. It's really quite a substantial boot. Feels quite nice. Got full leather lining in there and a full leather insole, and yeah, you know, it's one of Belstaff's better boots. I quite like this. So what we're going to do is remove all the crepe, remove the heel stack, remove the crepe all the way through, remove one of the rows of stitching. You see there's two rows of stitching there, and we're going to stitch on the Commando sole unit. You can see two rows of stitching in there, and that stitching just goes through onto the midsole. This is the same construction that you get in the Clark's Desert boot, which is just a stitch down construction. The upper comes over, forms a top part, sort of like a welt, and then the midsole is the base of the shoe, and then everything is usually bonded on after that. But what we're going to try and do with this, we've not done it before, but we think it should work out nicely, put the Commando unit on and actually stitch through. So the shoe becomes, or the boot becomes, a full stitched together unit, and it really will keep that boot together nicely and give it a lot of life. So we'll do that. We'll put some pictures on when we've done this, and just see how it turns out. The Belstaff boot with the Commando heel, a nice lovely leather heel stack you'll see in there, and then the Commando heel. Should turn out really nice. Paul gets his act together. Okay, so Paul's worked his magic on these boots here, these Belstaff boots. That's it. That's what we're back to. It was a couple of days ago when I did the other video that you'll have just seen, and this is the Belstaff boot. It had the crepe sole on it and the heel with the heel stack, and the gentleman wanted the Commando on, and look at that. Wow, that is beautiful. Look at the stitching on top. You can just see the new stitching that's gone at the side of the other stitching there. So it did have two rows of stitching on, and Paul, that is brilliant. It absolutely fabulous. And this one wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a fluke, because this one's just as good. Just as good. I know, and I say it regular. He's not to look at, but he does a great repair. You've got to hand it to him. They are superb, and it feels fabulous. Just look at that boot. How pretty is that boot? Now, this is a Belstaff boot, and it's really nice. Super lovely lining. I've said all this in the other video, so I'll not go over it again. But he's made a fabulous repair of those. They are superb. We were a little bit worried about this stitch down construction, and it just been through the midsole originally, and then the other sole, the crepe, was just bonded on, but now that is stitched all the way through, and it's made a brilliant boot. Absolutely thrilled with these great boots from Belstaff. Really nice, that.